Hello students, it is the first lesson of the flipped classroom. In this video, I will demonstrate some techniques to solve the problems. You have to watch carefully and do the classwork later. The topic we are going to teach is the law of indices. Now you have learned 5 formulas. The first formula, second, the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. I think you are quite familiar with these formulas. Now, don't mix them up with the number 1 and the number 4 and number 3. Now, please notice that for number 1, there is 2a, a to power m, and then times a to power n. Many students get confused with the number 3, a to power n, and then you can notice that there is one small bracket and then to power m. Many students get this formula wrongly, so don't get mix them up. And the fourth one, there are 2 letters, a times b first, and then power to the power n, and the result is a to power n and the times b to power n. Now I'm going to teach the first, maybe I demonstrate the first question for you. Now I write down on the white paper. I'll make it larger to let you see more clearly. Now in this question, you can notice that there are 3 letters, or to be exact, there's one number 3, one number m to power 3, and one number n, or maybe it is a letter. Which formula are you going to use? Let's go. Let's have a quick look over the formula. Is this the formula 1? You have to answer by yourself. Or number 2? Or number 3? Or number 4? Or number 5? Which one is the correct one? Now, you have to think for a while. Are you ready? Okay, I'll give you the answer. The answer is number 4. Now, I noticed that this is quite similar with the number 4. You can see that there's a small bracket, a times b to power n. And these 3 letters, or one letter m and one letter n. So, I will try to use number 4. Do you agree? Oh, let's go. First, I have to remove the bracket. Now, as I said before, there are 3 numbers. The first one is 3, second one is m, and the last one is n. So, I remove the number 3 first. Remove the bracket. Remember, there is a small letter 1 here. A small number 1. Many students don't know how to deal with the index with the number 1. Now, to make it easier, I make it rewrite the formula as 3 to power 1, and then use the question number 4, maybe the formula 4, 3 to power 1 and then to power 4. So I remove that 3 to 1 times 4. How about 3? Exactly the same. Yes, very good. M to power 3 and then times 4. And the last letter, n. As I before, though there's no index here, I repeat again, there's a small one here. It's hidden. And then the answer is 1 times 4. So, after simplification, after you simplify the answer is 3 to power 4 times m to power 12 n to power 4. Is this the final answer? If you say yes, I'm sure you are not getting in detail, because 3 to power 4 we can further simplify. What is the meaning of 3 to power 4? It means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, 4 times. And then m to the power 12. We cannot simplify it because we don't know the value of m and also the value of n. So we try to repeat it. The number 3, 4 times itself, it becomes 81. Therefore, the final answer is 81 m to the power 12 and then n to the power 4. Do you understand, students? Okay, now we are going to challenge the question one boy. Which formula are you going to use? Now you have to think once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Now I give you 5 seconds to think over about it. Are you ready? The answer is number 4 and number 3. We mix them up. We have to use formula 3 and the formula 4 because we have to repeat using number 3 and number 4. First, we have to deal with the negative 2. How to deal with the number negative 2 to the power 5? It's very simple. Just make a small bracket here and the power 5. How to remove a to the power 5? A to the power 5 and then power 5 again. And also for the b to the power 3, we have b to the power 3 and then to the power 5. After that, which formula are we going to use? The first one, negative 2 to the power 5. As I said before, it means that negative 2 times 5 times. How about a to the power 5 and then a small bracket outside maybe, and then the power 5 again? Which formula are you going to use? Can you check? Number 3 or number 4? Yes, you are right. It's number 3. So the answer is a to the power 5 times 5. For the letter B, we have 3 times 5. Okay, now we have finished all the letters, but how about the numbers? Negative 2 times 5 times. Without using the calculator, you can find it out. It is negative 32. And then a to the power 25. And then b to the power 15. And it is the final answer. Okay? Going to do the number question 2a. Now in this question, you can see that there's the number 3, a number a squared, and also a negative sign before a squared. Now first, we have to write the negative sign to be negative 1. Maybe you can ask why we are going to do this. It is easier for us to make it to get the answer. Now, I ask you once again, which formula are we going to use? Number 3, number 4, number 5, or number 2, or number 1? I'll give you 5 seconds. Yes, the answer is number 5. So, we use the formula 3 and then bracket all square. You can take a bracket inside, 3 to the power 2. And then the denominator, negative 1 all square. And also a square. And then also all square. And then you use the number 3 to simplify the answer. 3 to the power 2, it is 9. Negative 1 square, it is positive 1. A square, and then a square bracket, and then all square, it is the a to the power 4. And then simplify again, 9 over a to the power 4. To do the question number 2 boy. It is quite similar with the last question, number 2a. There is a negative sign, a number 2, a number a, and then a small bracket to the power 3. Now, I won't ask you anymore. I just do myself, and you can watch what I am going to do. For the negative value, first I put a negative 1 here, and then copy the question again. After that, we use the number 4 and the number 5 to repeat the same procedure. The first value, the first one maybe, negative 1. Negative 1 to power 3. And then b squared, 2 times 3. How about 2 to the power 3? And then the last letter a to the power 3. And after that, we calculate the value of the numbers. Negative 1 to the power 3, the value is negative 1. b to power 6. 2 to the power 3, do you know what is the value? 2 times 2 times 2, it is 8, yes, and a to the power 3. In the last step, remove the negative 1, it's useless. So, we write down the final answer as negative b to the power 6, 8, a to the power cube. Now, after watching the videos, you have to do some classwork. Now, please turn to the worksheet 4.1, page 2. You have to do the question number 3 and number 4. Later, I will check the answer with you. Okay, now we are going to check the answer. Now, please check the answer 3A, 3B, 4A, and 4B for you. Do some harder questions. It is located in number 5A. Now, in this question, you can notice that there are two parts. The upper part called the numerator, and the lower part, this one is called the denominator. The first step we have to do is to first remove the round bracket first. Which formula are we going to use? Now, I'll give you 5 seconds. Yes, it is number 4. Very good. So remove the round bracket square. We can use formula 4. 2 times 2. For the letter y, we have 3y to the power 3 times 2. How about the denominator? No, there's nothing special. There's no round bracket here. So we just only have to copy the question x to the power cube y squared. So we simplify the numerator first. X to the power 4 times y to the power 6, x to the power 3, y squared for the denominator. Now, it is the most important step. Which formula are we going to use in order to simplify the expressions? Let's check. It is number 1, number 2, or number 3. Now, I'll give you 3 seconds. Okay, now the final answer is number 2. We have to simplify this one first. X to the power 4, x to the power 3. We have the formula 2. X to the power 4 minus 3. Very good. Similarly, for the letter y, we have y to the power 6 and y to the power 2. So we use the formula 2 to simplify it. 6 minus 2. So the answer is x to the power 1 and then y to the power 4. But x to the power 1 is same as x and then y to the power 4. For the question 5b, it is similar to question 5a. You can see that there are two small round brackets. The first one and the second one. We use the same formula as I said before. The first round bracket for the letter x x to power 6 times 2. For the letter y to power 5 times 2. Okay? And for the second small bracket, we repeat the same procedure. Y to power 2 times 6. X to power 1 times 6. Remember, there is a small letter 1 here. And then, first, we simplify the first expression first. X to power 12, y to power 10. And then times y to power 12, x to power 6. And then, at the last moment, we can simplify the x and the letter y. For the letter x, it is exactly the same as x to power 12 to x to power 6 times y to power 12, y to power 10. Maybe this step is unnecessary. No need to write down this step. So after that, we use the formula 2. Remember? This one. Formula 2 is here. Okay? The answer is 12 minus 6. Y to power 12 minus 10. So we get the answer is x to power 6, y to power 2. We are going to challenge another harder problem. Now in this question, you can see that there is a symbol, division symbol here. You never met before. So the first step is remove this symbol first. Replace it by times. As you know, division means 1 over 2st power cubed. And after that, you can repeat the same procedure as question number 5, 5a, and 5b. Now, let's go. 6 to power 7, 6 squared. S squared, S squared. 2 times 2. For the letter t to the power 3 times 2. For the second letter, or maybe a small bracket, it is 2 to the power 3, s to the power 3, and t to the power 3. And after that, calculate the value of the number first. 6 squared means 26. S to the power 4. For the letter t to the power 6 times, okay, what is the value of 2 to the power 3? 3, 2, 1, okay, the answer is x. X times s cubed t to the power 3. Okay, now, how can we simplify this problem? It's quite simple. Maybe I repeat the same question by rewrite it properly. For the s, we have in the denominator and the numerator s to the power 4 and the s to the power 3. For the letter t, we have t to the power 6, t to the power 3, and there's our number 1 here. So, first, we simplify the number first. 26 divided by 4, it is 9. X divided by 4 is 2. So, 9 over 2. For the letter s, 4 minus 3. For the letter t to the power 9. So, the answer is 5, 9s times 1 over 2t to the power 9. And the answer is the last challenging question for you. In this problem, you can also see that there are 2 small round brackets. Let's remove the round brackets one by one. For the first one, negative 2 to the power 5. And then x to the power 4 times 5. For the letter y, y to the power 5. For the second round bracket, y to the power 3 times 2, 4 to the power 2. And after that, what is the value of negative 2 to the power 5? I give you 5 seconds. Okay, now the answer, negative 2 to the power 5 is negative 32, x to the power 20, y to the power 6, and then for the denominator, y to the power 5 and 16. Okay. We'll repeat the same procedure as before. Rewrite it to make it easier for you to read. For the number negative 32 over 16, it is negative 2. How about x? X still remains x to the power 20. For the letter y to the power 6 minus 5. Therefore, the answer is negative 2x to the power 20, y to the power 1. And then, to rewrite it again. Now, after watching the videos for the question 5 and question 6, you have to do some classwork for number 7 and number 8. Later, I will check the answer with you. Okay, now, here is the answer for question 7A, 7B, number question 8A and 8B.